Game 6 is tonight in Indy, and both SGA and Jalen Williams make a great case to win Finals MVP should it end tonight, perhaps. SGA leads the series with over 32 points per game while shooting 47% from the field, whereas Jalen Williams second in scoring with almost 26 points per game on 45% shooting. Markieff Morris is back here with us. Of course, Stephen A. as well, who's already in Indy. And so, Keith, I'm going to you first. Should Jalen Williams be considered for a Finals MVP if he has another good game tonight?
It's a possibility, but right now, obviously, Shae is the Finals MVP, right? And the possibility is that he's like, I wouldn't say the sole catalyst, but he's the main catalyst of winning this game, and it has to be 40 or more. Like, anything less than that, Shae is the Finals MVP.
Okay. Stephen A.
Go ahead, Eminem.
40 or more, I mean, it does feel like Jalen has to have an experience or a performance that jumps off the page to move the needle a little bit more in his favor, just because Shae has been so consistent all year long. Like, we're looking at him potentially cleaning up the MVP, the scoring title, and the Finals MVP. I will say, I came into this series, we were asked for bold predictions when the series started, and mine was that Jalen Williams would be Finals MVP. I want to be right, but I can't quite give myself that just yet. It's a strong case, and I would agree with Markieff. Like, if he has a monster performance that jumps off the page, then I think he'll have the slightest leg up. But right now, Shae has just been so consistent.
Before
There's
you go,
no argument.
It's kind of a case. My fault for cutting you off. It's kind of the case of the Jason Tatum, the Jalen Brown last year, right? Like, Jason Tatum led in every single category that is possible to lead in, and they still gave it to
And who won the
Brown
MVP?
For overall performances. Jalen Brown.
Here we go.
Overall performances.
Listen, there's no argument here. I love how my producers come to me and they act like it's something to be. I know that Shae Gilgeous is going to be the MVP. I know he the favorite. What they were saying was, should Jalen Williams be considered? Well, you think? Excuse me, over the last 3 games, 26, 27, and 40, averaging 31 points, 51% shooting from the field. Over the last 3 games, they won 2 of them, okay? They won 2 of them. And the one game that they lost was because Shae got fatigued. So it's not just about the point production or whatever. It was the fact that they had to take Shae off the ball to keep him fresh because you had Indiana all over him, right? Rick Carlisle was pushing the ball after makes. They were pressuring him 94 feet. So what did they do? They took the ball out of Shae's hands, made Jalen the point forward, and he was basically running the offense. He was experiencing your first line of defense. He was taking some of the load off of Shae so Shae could be ready to do his thing like he did in Game 4 when he closed the deal, scoring 15 of their last 16 points, with them collectively holding Indiana to 1 point over the last 2:58 of the game. We got to remember that Jalen Williams assisted in that. So then to piggyback off of that and then to show up in Game 5 and say, my brother, I appreciate what you did in Game 4. Great job. You're the MVP. You know we know who you are, Shea Butter. But guess what? I got you tonight. You can relax. Similar. Think about this. Remember when Indiana was last in the finals? And Shaquille O'Neal, the dominant force that he was in 2000, he fouls out. Everybody, oh, damn. Kobe rolls up on him. I got you, big bro. Don't even worry about it. I got this covered. And Kobe put on the show to close the game. You see what I'm saying? That's what Jalen Williams did for the entire Game 5. He didn't even wait. He said, yo, I got this. Relax. Watch me do this. Get to the hole when he want, mid-range there, hitting a couple of threes, finishing in the open court, getting and ones. That's what he did. So he's not Shea Butter. We get it. But when we talk about Finals MVP and we piggyback it off of what happened last year when Jason Tatum missed 27 points per game, is clearly the #1 option on the Boston Celtics. But Jalen Brown said, hold up. I'm a $300 million player, too. We about to close out Luka. And, oh, by the way, I was defending Luka 94 feet, too, picking him up, you understand, making him work, etc. He got MVP. I'm just saying Jalen Williams is going to warrant consideration. He ain't going to get it from me. I'm going to give that to Shae Gilgeous, but he warrants consideration.
I agree with Keith. If he has a monster game, I think whether we want to admit it or not.
45, 50.
Part of it is like sort of the narrative. And for me, right now, 5 of 15 in game 1 from Jalen. That was probably his worst game of the series, and I just think Shae has been a little bit more steady. But in game 5, 31 and 10 assists by Shae. In terms of points contributed to, right? So it's really close. The game 1 is still sort of my holdup on really giving real consideration to Jalen Williams.
You're right. It's going to happen. The vote's going to be there, and we all going to go like this. We like Jay, but, you ain't Shae. See the difference? We like Jay, but you ain't Shae. That's all. That's all.
Here's what I'll say, though. What's scary about Jalen Williams is that it feels like this dude is just starting to scratch the surface. He is coming, he is coming quick, and I feel like this is the kind of conversation we're going to continue to have about him for years to come.
The game is there.
Right.
The game is there. He just needs to be more consistent. He just needs to be more consistent. But the game is size, ball handling skills, shooting ability, athleticism.
Basketball
Plus
IQ.
he defends. Plus he defends.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Try to wear, I pull up all brains. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA over here,